I,
Can't call them you anymore.
well, it's not Ouachita. It's Ouachita.
Okay, BU.
We apologize for the technical difficulties we may have been experiencing here. Got new equipment up here. We're trying to get acquainted to it. Nonetheless, if you missed something, had a third down pass from James Morrow that was broken up.
Very nice overrun.
So that leads us to the fourth down and the punt here. Michael Perry's going to field it for the Wonder Boys across the 35. Down across to close to the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you one thing, the return coverage has been pretty good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anything past about 10, 15 yards.
So 10:22 remaining in our third quarter. Arkansas Tech leads 45-0. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here at SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. 10:22 remaining in our quarter. Wonder Boys offense back out there at the 34. SNU stop him on fourth down. And the handoff goes to Stringer on first down. He kicks it up the middle, and man, guys, I tell you what, Braden Stringer just does not go down.
No, sir.
Fellas, I went to Bethany High School. Right, practice football field is right behind the visiting stands across the way. They play their high school games here. That's why they got the Bethany logo. Played Blanchard in high school. That's where Stringer went. I remember my senior year, he was very good. And Stringer kicks it up across the middle again. Stringer just a big dude. I mean, he's not big. He's not tall. I mean, he's only 5'8", 180 pounds. He runs like he's about 200. His feet do not stop moving when he gets hit.
And there he goes again.
Stringer again out across the 40 to the 35.
He does not skip a day in the weight room.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You give Stringer every single play. If he keeps doing that, let him.
I believe Stringer not only all-stated in football his senior year, but he also all-stated in wrestling. The man is just a warrior. And he's going to take another handoff. Why not? Out across the almost the 30-yard line to the 31, pick up a 4.
Stringer's one of those athletes that you can tell just doesn't have an off button. He runs out of gas, but he does not stop.
So he will get a much-needed breather over there.
And we have an SNU current Storm member on the floor again.
This looks like another defensive lineman. Can't tell who that is, but while they tend to that player, we'll take a quick break. Actually, no, we will not.
Keep me on your toes, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep you updated now on a couple other games of the GAC. Henderson State leading Southeastern Oklahoma State 23-16, 57 seconds left in the fourth. As that lineman that was injured was number 60, Marine Belichick. And we had a game just go final in the GAC. Ouachita Baptist squeezes out a narrow victory against East Central, 31-24.
Very sorry, Mr. McKenzie. You don't get a Dr. Pepper.
Oh, man. Oh, well.
So the Tigers from Ouachita Baptist survive a scare from the Tigers from East Central.
There you go.
We're back in play with Jamarcus Walker taking the handoff up the middle, close to that first down marker. It's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up here.
Man, they just keep on going no matter what the score is. That quick-paced offense is always a killer.
So 3rd and short coming up for the Wonder Boys. 7 for 11 on 3rd downs. And make it 8 of 12 as Christian Thompson up the middle.
Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling.
He's a big fella, 6 foot 249. Keeps the drive alive here. Currently on a 5-play, 39-yard drive.
Some of these guys should be 2 or 3 guards in the NBA. They're playing football in college.
So Thompson takes another carry out to the left to about the 15-yard line.
Much like I said, Stringer's one of those athletes that doesn't have a stop button. I just think Arkansas Tech is a team that just does not have a stop button.
No. In the face of stiff competition, they just keep on going.
Another handoff, this time inside to Christian Thompson again.
Arkansas Tech is really going to need that mentality whenever they go up against teams like Harding, Henderson State, Washington Baptist. They're going to be needing that never quit attitude if they want to compete in those games.
Talked about it last year, Arkansas Tech just 3-7 in the conference, but I think they're a little bit better than this last year, especially with this quarterback. Sending a favor, handing off here to, there's Brian Allen. We haven't seen him since the second quarter. And he's in this time for a touchdown. Brian Allen gets in.
Maybe second of the day. Man, this is a good game for SNU, believe it or not, for them to get the feet wet under a new coach they've had for 2 months to prepare. And they just keep on going, keep the process going.
So Allen gets across for his first rushing touchdown of the ball game. That's now 4 different Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys that have crossed the end zone on a rushing touchdown. Favor has 2, Walker has 1, Stringer has 1, and now Brian Allen has 1. 51-0 as Perez on for the point after. Looks like there's a Wonder Boy who's not out there, supposed to be.
He was wondering where he was at.
Kick is up. And it's good. With 7:31 remaining in our third quarter, Arkansas Tech leads SNU 52-0. We'll be right back here at SNUathletics.com. Jonathan Martin going to take it out. Got some room out there across the 25. So SNU will set up shop.
As those players go off the field, let me get you a quick update on some D1 scores. South Carolina edges out a victory over North Carolina in Charlotte, 17-13. Another close game, Florida International beat Central Florida today, 15-14. And at this current moment, Michigan is down 3-10 to Utah at halftime.
So James Morrow back out there under center. Pitches the handoff outside to the left. Out across the 35. That's going to be number 20, Dier Fernandez on the carry.
Getting a little momentum going. Nice to see your carry.
SNU still up to this point, just 1 first down.
Knocking on the door for number 2.
1 first down and 34 total yards of offense for this Crimson Storm.
Go quick base offense here. They're giving them single coverage. They got to get some passes going.
Single back cover, trips to the left. Morrow going to hand off once again up the middle.
There we go. Good
There's
look. Good look. That's
There's
what we're
that
talking about.
all-elusive first down.
Yes, sir.
This time it's Quincy Whitfield.
Timing is everything, Mr. Jonathan.
Hearing it now from the crowd after that first down.
Get right.
So SNU here trying to move this ball down the field and get something on the board.
Here we go, boys.
1st and 10 from the 40.
Uh-oh.
Marlowe in the shotgun. Drops back pass, screen pass
There we
out to
go.
the
Good
right.
look. Good look. Ah, man, they caught up, man.
Good look out there to the right, I believe.
Just bobbled that slightly, and those defensive ends had enough time to come back.
I believe that was the tight end, number 86, Taylor Durham.
We've been talking all day about how fast Arkansas Tech offense has been. Check out how their defense is. They are
Yeah.
flying around
Yes,
this
sir.
field.
They're like sharks smell blood and water.
2nd and 7 now from the 43.
And I don't know why they're not testing Morrow's arms. Doing some deep throws. He's a big guy. He can launch it.
Morrow in the center again, drops back.
Good ball. Good
Good
ball.
pass out there to Jonathan Martin, trying to juke around, make somebody
And
miss.
he got that first down.
Another first down there. Here comes a late flag from the back judge there.
I think that's going to be on the Arkansas Tech defender who tried to do a little bit more than he needed to do.
Coach is letting him hear about it, too.
Personal foul
right.
on the Warner boys.
Break for SNU. 10 more yards.
Personal foul, that'll be 15 yards.
Excuse me, my math is incorrect.
And that'll put them well into Wonder Boy territory.
Now they got momentum on their side, boys. Let's put some points up on the board.
Down to the 33-yard line, SNU. Trying to get rid of that goose egg right now. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Is this for the first time? I think SNU is in Arkansas territory. Am I correct?
I believe so.
I know LaFoon got up near the 50 on one run, but yes, I do believe this is the first time they've been in Wonder Boy territory.
There we go.
Fakes the handoff, looking across.
Wide
yes,
open!
sir.
Got a man!
Oh,
Inside.
He's gonna get it!
Touchdown!
SNU finally on the board.
It's Chris Hudson, tight end.
Look at these fans. They're going insane.
We got a penalty down on the field. I think that might be a face mask, if anything. That Arkansas Tech defender was just holding on for dear life, trying with all his might to make sure he did not cross the plane. I think he might have gone on the face mask a little bit, though.
Just a little bit. Dude, they can't touch that, can they?
Well, they can touch it, but they just it's
they
just
can't hold
the
on.
referee can't see it.
Oh, they're going for 2.
And it is a face mask. And the touchdown is good.
I'm not sure what this formation is.
This is what we call the swinging gate formation, Connor.
Swinging gate. Expound upon that for me. I'm a little out of touch of sorts.
Swinging gate formation is a formation that you can either revert back to the hit to the field goal, as we just saw SNU do, or they can go. It's a little bit of a misdirection formation. They can either take it a pass behind there and just run behind that huge wall of meat, or they can just go misdirection to a wide open man on the side.
Oh, look at that little personnel issue there.
A bit of a personnel issue. But a few more.
Illegal substitution on Crimson Storm.
Too many people wanted to play on that
Hey,
one.
hey, they were excited.
They were
we just
excited.
scored. They got excited. That's okay.
Yeah.
So a 33-yard strike from James Morrow to Chris Hudson. It's SNU on the board.
We back up to the field goal 5 yards.
4:42 remaining in this third quarter. Carlos Guanayo. I may have butchered that name, but
He did not
nonetheless, the
butcher that
field
kick.
goal is up and it's good. I'll get it here. We're just one game in. New kicker. SNU on the board. 52-7 is the score.
And boom goes the dynamite.
4:42. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on SUAthletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. 52-7. Kick goes well into the end zone there.
That was enforced on the personal foul penalty face mask that we had right before the touchdown.
All right, we'll take it. They can't do that, can they?
No, they can't.
No, they cannot. You just never learn.
Carlos Anguiano, the true freshman from Ashdown, Arkansas. SNU's new kick sends it into the end zone. So the Wonder Boys will take it out from the 20.
New quarterback in. Who we got, Tanner?
It looks like it is going to be
The backup.
the backup, yes.
Number 16.
And off the middle. 16 is Dennis Robertson,
Sorry, I kind of put you on the spot there.
6'4" senior from Port, Mississippi.
We got an Ole Miss Rebel, I expect, or a Mississippi State Bulldog, whichever one he prefers, I expect. Or maybe today he just prefers Arkansas Tech.
I would say so. They're up 52-7.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
probably happy with who he is.
Got an injury on the field, and
Uh-oh.
that's not good, guys. That's Blake Giles.
Oh, yeah, he's an anchor there. He's been all over the place.
Don't know if it's a cramp or
Well, I think that's the cramp. He's trying to get off the field on his own power, and it's just a little bit too much pain for him.
Those cramps will put you in a vice like no other.
Let me tell you a little something from experience playing on turf field.
Hit me.
It's hot, and it's humid already in the area of the country that we're in. Cramps are killer.
especially here in early September, not until in October, we'll probably start experiencing some colder weather.
Yeah, no doubt.
So the handoff up the middle goes to Christian Thompson,
He gets pushed back.
the big 250-pound workhorse back there, able to get out close to that first down marker. It's going to be close, and they're going to say that he did indeed get the first down. Christian Thompson now 8 carries for 45 yards. Takes the handoff once again, and Thompson just barreling people over. Goodness gracious.
We might as well just call this running core bowling ball movie.
The bus.
So Dennis Robertson still staying in that shotgun formation.
Getting his guys lined up in formation.
Couple of new receivers also in for the Wonder Boys. Handoff goes to Brian Allen. Brian Allen up the middle.
I mean, that isn't recalled very often this half.
I mean, this Wonder Boy offense, these running backs, the only thing I really can compare it to, probably something like Alabama. I mean, they have so many running backs that they just utilize, and so difficult to prepare for.
Right, definitely.
I'll add to that, Tanner. It's as if you took the running backs from Alabama and you mixed it with the speed of Oregon.
I think that may be a little bit of a stretch.
Well, it may be a little bit of a stretch, but they move in the same way as Oregon, like that up-tempo offense.
So 1st and 10 here. Hand off to Christian Thompson. Oh, and he just barrels over.
Number 17.
Jacob Rudd there is. Thompson picks up about 8 yards again. Second and 3 now. Hand off to Thompson once again, and he's finally brought down in the backfield. Going back to these big host of running backs, it's like I said, it's so difficult to prepare for because you got someone like Christian Thompson who's like a second or third string guy, 250 pounds. Then you got Braden Shaw, the starter, who's only 180 pounds, and he just never stops running. I mean, that's just,
Sir.
cannot prepare for that.
No, sir. You never think to prepare for 3 straight running backs that could easily play first string.
So 3rd down here, Brian Allen across the 25.
Picks up the first down.
That's enough for another Wonder Boy first down. From the 24. Now under 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Brian Allen continuing to bounce off defenders down there.
Dragging people all over the place.
Arkansas Tech now closing in on 500 total yards of offense.
500 total yards of offense.
It doesn't seem like that because They're slow, methodical. You didn't think they'd pick that much up, but they've just been pounding and pounding.
Handoff. Oh, they keeps it.
Oh, just
Robertson had a man open back there. Can't connect with him. 482 is the number for total yards for Arkansas Tech. SNU's up 84. They had a good drive last time moving the ball. The thing that sticks out to me is the count. 79 plays for Arkansas Tech. They're about to play number 80. SNU just 31.
Man, oh man.
That puts the time of possession almost close to 10 minutes in Arkansas Tech's favor.
Man.
And Christian Thompson
my
down
goodness.
there, they are just, it takes at least 2 guys to bring him down. That was on 3rd down and 1. That's going to be very close. He's not going to get it. So 4th inches coming up for the Wonder Boys.
It looks like they'll bring on the field goal unit.
Yeah. Keep it safe.
Why not get this kicker some practice here?
Why not, right?
I mean, he's just basically been kicking extra points all day.
Yeah.
So it's Eric Perez, sophomore from Green Forest, Arkansas.
Here we go.
The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. This Perez guy is pretty solid back there. So with 20 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter, Arkansas Tech pushes its lead up to 55-7. We'll be right back after this break here on SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. 12-play, 60-yard drive for the Wonder Boys. Jonathan Martin going to take it once again.
A little bit of crease there.
Out across the 30, down to about the 31 or 32. Jonathan Martin doing a pretty good job today, returning these kicks, trying to get as much field position as he can for this SNU offense.
Coverage by Arkansas Tech is just been pretty solid.
Last time SNU's offense took it 65 yards, I believe.
Looks like we'll get one play before the 3rd quarter wraps up.
Yes, sir. Conserve and try to run out the middle.
10 seconds to go. This will be the final play. And it's not a pass of this 3rd quarter. Morrow under center. Fakes the handoff to Whitfield. They're going to look to take a shot down the field to John Martin.
Oh! Oh, my goodness.
And a deep ball thrown just a little bit too far, and it's going to be picked off by the Wonder Boys.
And like I said before, that will end the 3rd quarter.
Number 21, Devarius Rice, gets the interception. The junior from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And that will do it for our 3rd quarter. At the end of 3, Arkansas Tech 55, SNU 7. We got the 4th quarter coming to you live right here on SNUathletics.com after the break. Keep with us. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. We start the fourth quarter with a run out to the left side by Brian Allen.
That man is man amongst boys tonight. Him and Stringer.
Close to the 35-yard line. Second and 3 coming up. Another handoff inside to Allen. Kicks it out to the right. He's got some room out there. Still on his feet out down in SNU territory. Brought down at about the 42. So now these workhorses that Arkansas Tech has in the backfield, they're just padding their stats right now.
Garbage time.
First and 10 from the 42. Another handoff inside. This time it's Christian Thompson. Barrels his way down to the 36-yard line. Second and 4 coming up. Another handoff to Thompson.
It's going to be stuffed up that
Good
time.
stop. That's what we're looking for.
And it looked like on that last one, our good friend Mr. Connor Bent was a little bit slow getting off the turf.
Yeah, I think he may have just had a little stinger there.
So third and short coming up. Third and 3 to be exact from the 35. See if SNU can get a stop here. Keeps the handoff there.
Oh, he ain't going nowhere.
Going nowhere. Nice play inside. Number 91, Justin Bretling.
That'll bring up a fourth down, a much-needed fourth down.
So fourth down, and they're going to keep the offense out on the field.
Dennis Robertson just got a one-way ticket to nowhere. The fourth down.
Robertson the backup here. Trying to get him to jump on fourth down. I don't buy it. Robertson rolling to his right.
Oh, he
Had a man out there. Not a bad pass, but it was dropped out there. By his wideout,
turnover on downs.
Jant Weary. Can't make the catch, and that's a turnover on downs.
Offensive line didn't even know what happened.
Yep. The offensive line was completely oblivious to what their quarterback and receivers had to do.
So first and 10 now for the Crimson Storm. They're going to elect to keep Morrow in, I believe. So Al Clafoon will not be in there yet.
You were saying, Tanner, that the stat that stood to you throughout this game was the number of plays by each team. The number that stands out to me is first downs. Arkansas Tech 29 as opposed to SNU's 5.
Yeah, they've just controlled, like we talked about it, every aspect of the game.
James Morrow under center, single back, twins left. Oh.
And it looked like Morrow just missed a handoff there. That play was going to
I think it may be
Eric Fernandez back there. I just don't think Morrow got back there quick enough.
He had 2 ends on back. He did the right thing. Just slide down. Don't worry about taking a hit this late in the game.
So a loss of about 5 yards, excuse me. Second and 15 here from the 31. Morrow under center again. Drops back to pass, looking down the field.
Oh, nearly had
a man out there looking for Jonathan Martin.
Oh, trying to make a highlight catch right there.
Nearly had that. I believe he's been watching Mr. Odell Beckham Jr.
I think that Mr. Odell Beckham Jr. would make all of these players on both sides look like little children.
I would agree. He's a pretty good wide receiver, but
third and 16 coming up. A 31. Shotgun formation here for Morrow.
Takes it out to the full receiver look.
Back to pass Morrow. Across the field. Got a man. Jonathan Martin.
Great catch.
All the way out to the 40-yard line.
What a pass by Mr. James Morrow.
Great pass. Great catch from Morrow to Martin.
That's good for Princeton Storm. First down. Here we go, boys. This is momentum they were looking for.
Jonathan Martin now, 5 receptions.
Jonathan Martin. That's his first one for a positive gain, so let's go.
1st and 10 now in Wonder Boy territory. Morrow back to pass once again.
Good
Got
ball.
a man, Eric
Yes,
Fernandez
sir.
across
He's
the middle.
gone.
He's going to score.
Let's go. He's out of here.
Yes, sir.
Touchdown.
Sir. Oh, we got a flag in the backfield, boys.
There is a flag on the red U in the middle of the field, and it's
Like
going to be a holding penalty.
Man,
And we're going to bring that back.
man. Oh, man.
Those penalties will kill you, and I think SNU knows quite a bit about how penalties will ruin a game for you. As we just demonstrated there, takes 6 points off the board.
Yeah, they can be a little disappointing, but hey, they get us back right here.
You guys are wondering why we haven't seen Alan Laffoon. I've just spotted him. He's down the far left side on crutches down at the end.
Never want to see a good player go down, or any player go down for that matter.
So that'll push SNU back. First and 20. Morrow back. You're looking for a screen pass there to Chris Hudson. Broken up. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 20.
These new fans are still getting pretty rowdy. They still believe in their team. 4 points on the board.
Second and 20 here from the 50. Morrow going to hand off to Whitfield
Got a
out to
hole
the
on
left side.
There we go.
Whitfield
Big game.
dragging the pile down across the 40 to about the 37-yard line.
This offensive line is moving right now.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 8. For the Crimson Storm. Just over 10 minutes left in the ball game. See, I seen Mr. Laffoon on the sideline down there. There's ice over his knee with the crutches. I know he's had knee problems in the past. So hopefully Alec will be all right there. Screen pass goes in the middle there to Whitfield. Nice play down across the 30-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
Way to get rid of the ball when the pressure was there.
So nice job here as Morrow has kind of settled down a little bit. Made some good throws.
He's getting some good time from the great offensive line down there.
You know, the funny thing is that SNU's line, in comparison to the rest of the conference, is not that big. They're playing with they are playing with the size and strength of a line twice as big as they are.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well.
1st and 10 from the 27. Morrow back to pass. Looking down the field and nobody out there.
His receiver got shoved right out of bounds.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting there out there to the left. That was
Normally in that situation, single receiver, single coverage, you want that, you want it, but it can't really happen whenever your receiver gets pushed out by a defender.
he was looking for Eldon Coleman Jr. out there.
It was a good ball, too. It was right there at the pylon.
So 2nd and 10 now. From the 27. Morrow under center. Fakes the handoff to
He's got a man over
Whitfield.
the middle.
Looking for Martin in the middle.
Oh!
Broken up.
He had a receiver down at the goal line that may have made the catch.
Yeah, the
He just couldn't get to it.
receiver down there in the goal line as he was kneeling down trying to recover. If he had just taken a little bit more, like a faster recovery, he would have caught it.
Yeah, I think he just got stumbled and knocked down on the play. Couldn't react quick enough.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Maybe looking to give our kicker an opportunity if they don't get this touchdown here, or a 1st down even.
You know, I think I'm going to have to agree with you there, Connor. I think they're just in range enough. They want to give their kicker a little bit of a chance, prove that he can hit a pretty deep one.
Mara looking left side,
might
across the
have him.
middle. Oh! And the pass was there.
Close.
Pass was in the
Right
basket. You just drop it.
So another incompletion that brings up 4th down.
Here we go.
Good call, Connor. Looks like they're bringing out that field goal unit, trying to peg. If we're on the 28-yard line, that is a 45-yarder.
Yes, sir. Carlos Sanguiano just in his range. I heard he kicked a 60-yarder not too recently.
Well, he tried to kick a 60-yarder, but the fact of the matter is it was a knuckleball kick, and it just barely bounced off the crossbar.
Here we go.
Carlos Anguiano on for the field goal.
I believe it was blocked.
I believe it was tipped slightly.
At the line of scrimmage there. So
Tough break. Tough break.
That's not on the kicker. That's just on protection.
So after the missed field goal, Arkansas Tech will take it back 55-7. 8:43 remaining in our ball game. We'll be right back here at SNUathletics.com. We're back after the timeout here. Wonder Boy ball. Handoff up the middle. I believe it's Christian Thompson. And another new quarterback in for the Wonder Boys is going to be number 14, Justin Owens. 6'1 junior from Sulphur Springs, Texas. Pickup of about 4 there. Second 4 there inside. Thompson once again, and he puts his head down, and there is no bringing that man down after at least 4 yards.
No, sir. No, sir. That is a load.
So that'll be enough for a 1st down. Closing in on 8 minutes to go in this ball game. Off outside, this is Brian Allen.
Oh, good move.
Allen out across the left side, and
He is so dangerous when he gets in the space.
Yes, sir.
big pickup here, and it looks like SNU's first team defense is done for the night. So second, like you said earlier, Connor, we've reached the garbage time of the ball game. Trying to get some young guys the chance to get out there.
Take a little rest off sitting on the sidelines for a while.
Another 1st down for the Wonder Boys. Brings their total to 30. 30 1st downs for the Wonder Boys. So Owens is going to keep it on the read option keeper. 518 now is the number of total yards for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys.
518. I think that was my SA score.
Just 60 yards for SNU, 7 1st downs. Negative 11 rushing yards for SNU, 71 passing yards. Handoff inside to Allen once again.
Man, oh man.
This will make a 3rd down and about 6.
A little bit of jawing going on with the SNU linebackers and running backs.
Bring up a 3rd and 5 for Arkansas Tech. Converted 9 out of 15 tries on 3rd down.
Gonna be 9 out of 16 after this, guys.
Third and 5 here. Hand off to
Here we go.
Thompson. Going to kick it out to the
Oh,
right side, and he's got some room.
I've been wrong before. Like that 10 out of 16.
Down inside the 10, Christian Thompson. Close to the 5-yard line. Thompson now.
Once again in the red zone. Here's our red zone scores and chances at ratio. SNU hasn't had the ball inside the red zone. They're 0-0. However, Arkansas Tech, this will be their 9th trip to the red zone, but on 8 tries, they are 8 for 8.
Wow. That is pretty impeccable stat there. Perfect. Let's see if we can get a stop right here.
Hands it off to Thompson once again, and he gets into the goal line for a touchdown.
Make
Wow.
that 9 for 9, gentlemen.
Wow. It's clear Arkansas Tech had a plan for how they come into this game. Ground and pound, and that is just what they've done tonight. Looks like we got a new player down on the field.
Thompson gets in for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. 83-yard rushing.
Not only does it show that Arkansas Tech has dominated this game on the scoreboard, it shows in just how many SNU players have gone down in this game. Alec Laffoon is out. We've had 2 defensive linemen that have been taken out. There's a linebacker out there who's also laying down.
Some nice sportsmanship from the Arkansas Tech player, just taking a knee while an SNU player is down.
So 425 rushing yards now for Arkansas Tech. That's crazy pounding the ball. Trying to see who that Crimson Storm player is out there. Doesn't look too good there. If we get an update on who that is coming off the field here.
Looks like it's a 70.
Number 70, Mickey DeMarzo. 6'2" junior from Searcy, Arkansas.
Searcy, Arkansas, by the way, is also the home of SNU's opponent next week in the Harding Buffaloes.
All right.
Harding Bison.
Bison.
That gets confused a lot of people. I mean, that's pretty close. We got 2 Bison now in the GAC with OBU, Oklahoma Baptist.
We got
and
2
Harding.
OBUs, yeah.
Not only now 2 OBUs, but we also have a couple of Tigers in the GAC, being Ouachita Baptist
We don't know who we're playing next
and
week.
East Central. So
And we have 2 Storms, SNU
the
and
Crimson Storm and the Savage Storm, Southeast Oklahoma State. So the PAT from Perez is up, and it is good.
All right.
Speaking of Southeastern Oklahoma, that is when you will see us next here back in Bethany for a football game.
And we will.
A football game?
A football game.
Okay.
A couple of different sports coming on here in the next couple weeks. Volleyball gets going here pretty soon. I believe are going down to Texas this weekend for a tournament. And women's soccer kicked off tonight. They won
1-0 against Eastern New Mexico.
1-0. SNU's over for volleyball. Tuesday, September 15th. Men's soccer opens this weekend also in Mobile, Alabama. And then on Monday,
I'm sorry.
women's golf opens September 8th at the Fall Regional Preview at Prairie Highlands in Olathe, Kansas. Tonight, we saw Mike Hearn for men's golf being honored on the field for being the GAC National Player of the Year. Fantastic honors from Mike Hearn, who graduated this past spring. As a former golfer, back during my freshman year, I got the chance to play with Mike Hearn, and man, what a player he was.
You go with Kevin Jones with the kickoff.
So SNU's going to get it back here. Filling in the middle, I believe, Jonathan Martin. Up the middle across the 20. Down to the 22-yard line. So we're now under 5 minutes to go. Interesting to see here. Mara going to continue to stay out there for the Crimson Storm.
I think they may give Zach Fisher a shot here tonight. See if he can provide a little something. Or maybe other freshman, Jacob Spady from Hinton, Oklahoma.
Jacob Spady,
I don't know, but we got James Morrow still out there. Let's see what he can do tonight.
there have been some talk that Jacob Spady may have kind of, I'd say, locked up the number 2 quarterback spot, but he had a great spring game.
Oh, yeah.
Coaches were raving about the offseason Jacob Spady had. He was battling LaFoon for that number 2 spot. The pitch to Whitfield out to the left.
Good block out there. Looks like he was a little shook up there.
Out across the 25.
Yeah, just new players left and right and nicked up.
Now under 5 minutes to go. As John had mentioned earlier, next week SNU will travel to Searcy, Arkansas. And fellas, I don't think it gets any easier from here. They have Harding this next week, and then the following week they have East Central, who gave Ouachita Baptist a pretty good run tonight. One of the top teams in the conference. Tomorrow looking for somebody to throw to. Floats one over the middle there. And finally, for the first time tonight,
What is that?
we see a flag down. Yeah, exactly. We're trying to figure out, finally, we don't know what a pass interference penalty really is, since these officials have really let these guys play out there tonight.
Yes, sir.
Finally, we get a pass interference call. So that'll be
Nice break here for the Crimson Storm.
first down for SNU. So, like I said, doesn't get any easier from here. 2 tough games the next 2 weeks, Harding and East Central, before they're back home here Saturday, September 29th, as they take on Southeastern Oklahoma State, Savage Storm.
A battle of the weather.
Yes, sir, John. Crimson always prevails. There's more on the shotgun.
First and 10, drops back. Looking for a man in the middle there, looking for Martin, just outside of his grasp there.
As you're saying on those next 2 games, as you're saying, you're right. It doesn't get any easier. You got Harding, who last year had best defense in the conference. What were you saying those stats were? Less than 50 rush yards a game?
There was a point where they were allowing under 50 rushing yards per game.
Exactly.
And I believe it was top 5, I believe, in all of D2 in terms of their rushing yards allowed per game.
I think they're going to take this game as an opportunity to look back at what they can, each individually and as a team, do better for all 3 phases of the game.
And that's in that second game, and I believe you pronounce it Ada, Oklahoma?
Yes,
Ada.
sir.
Ada, Oklahoma, they're taking on the East Central Tigers. I'm not saying that it will happen, but you might look at East Central to be the dark horse contender to slip in and try and compete for that top conference spot.
Ada, just a little bit of over an hour outside of OKC here in the southeast.
Looks like we have another pass interference call.
Another pass interference call.
Looks like just a 5-yard penalty. A little more breathing room, for our SNU offense.
But guys, I'm really interested to see this Saturday with Oklahoma Baptist and kind of see what they're going to do. I know they got a tough opponent in Harding, but they're new to the GAC, and I know that they've dominated pretty much NAIA as carry outside by Daniel Ramos, brought down after about 3 yards. But Oklahoma Baptist, they've done pretty well in NAIA, but it's a completely different ball game once you get to the D2 level.
Yes, sir.
They're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger.
I said it during pregame. I hope that Oklahoma Baptist does well, but in the end, it's not going to be enough. They are heavy underdogs, and I don't think that they're going to come away this week with a win.
When you move up a division, they say it takes a couple of years for you to get really adjusted.
A little crease up there left side.
He's got some room out there. Nice carry by Jonathan Martin.
He's got some speed.
But yeah, it takes some time. To get adjusted when you move up a level. We see it as you still getting adjusted to it. Really, this is their third season in the GAC. The first year they ran it, they couldn't really compete in the conference because they're still under the getting accepted program.
Just under 3 minutes left in the game. See if Snu can put some more points on the board here.
So 1st and 10 now in Wonder Boy territory again. 62-7 our score. Handoff to Whitfield. Got some room out to the right. Scoots down close to the 35.
So we approach 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, trying to whittle this game down to 0-0.
Next week, Arkansas Tech will have a home game. They'll take on OBU. That'll be Oklahoma Baptist.
It is a little bit confusing, isn't it, Tanner, having two OBUs?
It's going to take a little bit for me to get adjusted to
James
it.
Morrow for a first down.
Pass out there to number 89, Alden Coleman Jr. So speaking of SNU having a tough first couple of games, how about Oklahoma Baptist? That's you can't ask for two tougher games to start the season than Harding, top 3 in the conference last year, to Arkansas Tech next week, who's put a thumping on SNU tonight. And
yes, sir.
Frankly, I think Arkansas Tech's going to have a pretty good year.
Yes, sir.
So Oklahoma Baptist getting their eyes open here to D2 football early. Morrow back to pass. Nice pass inside there to
gang tackle there
number 10. Down to the 10. That's Coleman once again.
I see you're trying to get back that touchdown that was robbed of them from a holding.
We're closing in on 1 minute remaining. SNU trying to get another touchdown on the board.
These Pounds are ready. They need another touchdown. They deserve another touchdown. They've been staying here the whole game.
Big shout out to the SNU students still at this game. Huge support, and the fans also. Thanks everybody also tuning in online at SNU Athletics. Now streaming live on YouTube. New feature this year. Morrow under center. Looking left.
Wide open.
Man out there
Looks
to the
like
left is Coleman.
he's trying to get in there.
Touchdown.
And he does. Touchdown. Crimson Storm.
Nice play out there to Eldon Coleman Jr. Scoots in for the touchdown.
This new Storm Chasers are even getting into it.
So Morrow, second touchdown pass of the night.
You'll see that swinging gate formation again.
Ah, yes. Here we go.
And they'll move it right back to a field goal.
Chance for Carlos Aguilar to get some more practice in tonight.
You were saying, Tanner, that West Texas A&M from Canyon is going to be paying Bethany a visit very soon.
You're talking about for a different sport, I believe. It's women's soccer. They come to town September the 10th.
I wanted to take that opportunity. But see, I'm from that area. West Texas A&M is the D2 school that I know the most about, and it's also where my father went to college. So I want to take this opportunity to say hi, Mom, hi, Dad.
See if we can get David to. I don't know if you're already down to work that game, September the 10th, but if you aren't, be a good chance to get out there. And you still got to support SNU, though. Even though you're from West Texas.
Don't worry.
I know where you're from.
I'm all Crimson Storm now.
All righty.
Well, Glade was here, and he's wearing Arkansas Tech. So
yeah, Glade.
Yeah, Glade, our cameraman. We've been giving him a hard time all night.
We love you, Glade. Don't worry about it.
He's doing a great job as our cameraman.
He's got a neon green shirt on up here, and although it's not the yellow and green of Arkansas Tech, our head guy David Noblet giving him a hard time pregame. So 62-14, 36 seconds to go.
I wouldn't be surprised for an onside kick here.
Well, I wouldn't count on an onside kick.
Well, you can see that they put the hands team on for Arkansas Tech.
I think he's looking to put this one away then. He's backing all the way up.
I mean, it wouldn't be terrible practice, I guess, for an onside kick situation when they need it.
He's just going to boot it.
Michael Perry's going to field it from the 10. Down the right side there. Tackled at about the 27-yard line. So we ought to see maybe one play, maybe two. I'd say one more play is going to be it here in Bethany. Connor, I think you've hit on it just about perfect coming to this, talking about SNU and just kind of getting their feet wet, you know. New coach. I don't think anybody was really expecting that in midsummer when Mike Cochran stepped down as head coach. And really, it's been, like you said, about 2 months since they've, had Coach Craig Hubbard and new system, new layout there. And
I mean, that's just not enough time for you expect to go out and roll out 10 or 5, 8 wins for a team with a new
They'll
coach.
just kneel down here, and that should be the final play.
Yep, the play clock is turned off. And they are going to let this time run out. So Arkansas Tech comes into Bethany week 1 and picks up a very easy win. 62-14 is the final in this one.
Any final thoughts on the game, my friends?
Well, it's just a tough game, like we talked about. I mean, Arkansas Tech had the momentum pretty much all night.
One thing I noticed that was entrenched in these boys here for SNU, they did not give up. They didn't just lay down when they were up. They were down 21, 30, 50 points. They kept fighting, and I think that's what's important here, that they just didn't give up.
I guess real quick, let's go ahead and do the post game while we're at it here. Arkansas Tech dominated pretty much in every category. 33 first downs to SNU's 12. 469 rushing yards to SNU 72. 590 total yards for Arkansas Tech. SNU finished with 196. So I think, John, you kind of hit on the first downs. I think I really put a huge factor in this ball game. So, fellas, I'm asking each, what are you looking forward to seeing SNU maybe improving on this week in practice? Maybe that's going to help them when they travel over to Searcy, take on Harding.
Well, I think the main thing that SNU has to instill in them is they can't just go into games knowing that it's going to be tough. They have to walk in with that swagger that says they're going to win, and if they're not going to win, they're at least going to compete. They're going to need that this entire season and far into the future. I look for a lot of improvement on the run defense, and the pass defense is fine as what I saw, but run defense and offense in general.
Carl, any final thoughts on this one?
I think John hit some points right on the head there with the communicating with their offense and defense. It's just going to take a little bit more time because I don't think they have that many seniors there on offense. It's a lot of sophomores and juniors that are still learning to play the game together and for each other. And I think under this new coach, they're really coming together. But I think they got to air it out a little bit more next time they go with Harding because their defense is pretty unstoppable against the run, as we all know.
Oh, sure. Well, alongside my colleagues John Hale and Connor McKenzie, I'm Tanner Stiles signing off here on SNUathletics.com. Once again, it's Arkansas Tech takes 62-14. Keep a lookout on SNUathletics.com. We'll be available for a couple different sports coming at you throughout the week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night.